Hello, it's time for part three, and this is going to be the last part of Final Fantasy One. So the goal today is we are going to finish out and do the Crystal of Air, and then it's the final dungeon and boss. Uh, so yeah, it shouldn't be all that bad doing it today. Couple of more hours and we're done. So the first step is obviously we are opening the game. Uh, So, one thing I'm gonna do is turn up the XP gain for a bit because the final boss is annoying. Uh, Waterfall Cave is next, so we're going. It's actually in this waterfall, if I remember correctly. Hence the name, Waterfall Cave. So here we go. Time for fun. Uh, so up we go towards the waterfall. Oh wait. So let's take a look at the map. This is a complicated, lots of dead ends to this. We're going for that. We have 6 chests. Mummy and King Mummy. So as we go through the dungeon, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure. Okay, something's up with Twitch. I don't know what. But it looks like it might just be confusing because it's so far behind, actually. Okay. I'll leave it there and say it. I think it's working. And then we talk to them. Okay, so we kill you guys for Aga. And then we use the Aga on the minions, okay? Various stone, just like this yesterday. But luckily for Aga is gonna wipe most of them out. And by most I meant all but one. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, but I'm not going to complain. So what does Defender do? Casts Blink when used. Okay, that's a nice upgrade to whatchamacallit? Evasion. And then we talk to this guy. I have been waiting. Take this cube. Tiamat, Flying Fortress, please. You obtained the warp cube. So yeah, that's straight up a robot. In my Final Fantasy, and this starts to get into one of the reasons why I absolutely love the Final Fantasy series, is when it goes weird, when it goes like, hey, we are not going to do a standard ass whatchamacallit? Standard ass medieval fantasy. It just goes full, this is not standard medieval fantasy, right? We've got robots and teleportation. Why? Because it's cool. And so, like for some of the more recent Final Fantasies, you'll see people online being like, oh, I wish it could go back to where it was just a pure medieval fantasy. Or praising Final Fantasy 16 for doing that. But I'm not sure if it's ever just been pure medieval fantasy, right? Because they've always been like, fuck it, we throw a robot in. Yay! Robots are cool. Okay. Melmond? Why are we going to Melmond? Because we've got that stone that translates to the Fenian dialect, right? The guy who translates it's over here in Melmond, so let's go say hi to him before we actually run to the people who speak it, right? Go figure. We need it translated first. I prefer to remember which guys do you we need to talk to. This guy, okay. just a moment, let me see that tablet. This is the Rosetta Stone. This makes it possible to decipher the Fenian. Yes, of course. That's what that was. It all makes sense. Here, allow me to express my gratitude by teaching you Newfenian. Don't you wish it was this easy to learn languages? Sure, now you can speak Lufenian too. Okay, cool. Sleep. Before I forget, I need to sleep. Let's sleep. Okay. Lufenia is located on the wing, poetically speaking, on the wing of the hawk. So if you look at the northeast continent, you start to see like the two big ass peninsulas on either side are wings, and then the town of what is it, Gaia, is an eye almost, right? And that's a beak next to it. So we're looking for a town in this area. Boop. So where's the nearest place to land? All the way up here, because thank you for making life easier. They have to waste their time somehow, right? We are the Lufenians, the descendants of the race that once lived among the clouds, the sky people. You use a vessel you call an airship. It was built by one of our ancestors, a man by the name of Sid. So this is not a retcon because it didn't change anything, but it was a later addition to translations. Because the first proper Sid is in a later game, but they wanted to because almost every Final Fantasy has a Sid. Final Fantasy 1 doesn't, though, technically. So they added that as a reference to later Final Fantasies. We have a legend that has been passed down through many generations. According to this legend, 400 years after the fall of the civilization in the sky, warriors bearing light will come forth to save our people. One sec. Light bearers, then the legend is true. 400 years ago, we built a civilization of the highest order. Even now, beyond the skies we reached. However, that is not but history now. The flying castle floats on a blue sea of stars beyond the sky. It's a satellite. They straight up built a satellite, put it in low Earth orbit. The world is composed of four forces: fire, earth, water, and wind. Of these we showed the greatest prowess with the power of wind. High in the sky we set the castle afloat in that azure sea of stars. The sky people would pass on their memories from one generation to the next through rituals. But 400 years is a very long time, and those memories have begun to fade. Did the mechanical beings our ancestors created still function? Well, yes, ish. We found one in a cave. All it needed was a box of scraps, right? The castle that flows high above the clouds was once the home of our ancestors. The Mirage Tower is the gateway to that castle. We came to believe that there was another entity controlling the Four Wings. To ascertain its location, we sent out 5 warriors, but much time has passed since we heard from them. I hope no harm has befallen them. 5? Huh. We struggled for our very lives with Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind. But her power was not enough. To this day, her lair remains in the castle in the sky, the Flying Fortress. Tiamat blocks. Nope, nope, nope. Tiamat blocks the power of wind, the source of the Sky People's strength. Before you leave Legendary Warriors, take this time with you. I will grant you passage into the Mirage Tower. You placed the last hope in the 5 warriors we sent out. It is said that they fell victim to the curse of the fiend or turned into bats. And put the pin in that. That's not major, but we'll revisit that idea in, I don't know, an hour's time or so. Alright, so you might be thinking this is it, but it's not. If I can get out, if you get outside and walk on this path, you get into this shop. Which is a nice shop because it has Flare, which no one can learn because, you know, Red Mage, not Black Mage. And Full Life. Revives one ally and gives them full HP. We're going to replace the spell because that's going to be nice to have, especially if the final boss is annoying. Okay, let's get outside. Back to the airship. Okay, so where's the Mirage Tower? It's here. It's like the only location in the game we still haven't been to. Which means we need to find a place to land. And I believe this is the closest. So this is the Mirage Tower. It has 18 chests. Let's start looking for them. Okay, there's a bunch in here. Okay, Medusas can, of course, turn you to stone. So what do we do with things that turn us to stone? We set them on fire. And now we actually get to fight robots. Isn't that fun? Oops, I forgot to add that set to Draga. Oh well. This is why we have Eaters. Heal. What was that? Healing Helm. A helm that casts heal when used. So now we got 2 examples of very low purple sword. That's nice. What does it do? Very sharp crescent flurry. This is a reference, of course, to both Well, not the Jabberwocky, right? Where you pull snake. The words are hard. I just looked up. Um, where you kill the Jabberwocky with the Snicker Snack using effective Oracle Blade. It is also a type of weapon in D&D, which is what? +2 to hit weapon, I think? I could be misremembering. Okay. I mean, it's random encounters. There's not much to say about random encounters, but yeah. That was the wrong button. I wanted to just there. Okay, so there's the way up, but we also want to get inside here. Because we want all the tests, right? Actually, I'm not sure I need to boost the XP. Still want to get some because the final boss is like a big increase in difficulty. It's like a weird difficulty spike because it can heal itself. It's got a lot more HP than normal, etc., etc. So I want to be relatively high level just to make it easy. Because the goal of this isn't to be like, ooh, look at me do the 10s and thing. If I wanted to do that, I'd be speedrunning. This is more to talk about the story and the historical impact of Final Fantasy I. So I'm not looking to have like, and I've played this a couple times before, right? This is my third or fourth time. So I'm not particularly said to me like, ooh, I'm playing Final Fantasy I for the challenge, so I don't mind being overleveled. What does Thor's hammer do? Hammer that casts Sunbara. Okay. I do not need any more gil. Stop giving me gil. Hellhound. Dragon Mail and Sunblade. Dragon Mail guards against fire and ice. Sunblade is effective against the undead. Cool. Now we go up. So, what would have happened if we did go to the waterfall? Well, at the top of this, there is a teleporter that we can't activate without the key. Right. How would you know, normally? Well, you saw the robot next to the stairs here? There's a couple people. Our friend left on a journey to the west. He took the warp cube and went to see our master. That's how. You get here, you get to the top, and you're like, what the fuck? Why can't I continue? And then you talk to the things here and you're like, oh yeah, you didn't go get the thing? What do you mean you didn't get the thing? And you have to backtrack, you have to go to the waterfall to come back, and it's just annoying. Or you cheat like I did, use a guide. And just know to go there first. Okay, we're going upstairs. We've got all the chests. Have to talk to him, it's a blue dragon. Goodbye, blue dragon. Use the warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It will take you to the Flying Fortress. Time to teleport. So now we're in the Wind Dungeon proper. Right, I consider them to basically be the same thing because, like, it's just a continuation of. But still, this is the Flying Fortress. It's considered a different location technically. 33 chests. There's one that we absolutely want to make sure we pick up because it's going to be some adamantite, which is going to be give us something nice, right? We'll talk about that more when we use the key item. So here first, okay, so every section has one, at least one. It would be a lot better if it wasn't just handing out the guild like it was candy, but you know, whatever. I guess spiders can't be choosers, man. I don't remember if you need to be detected in magic or what. So we're going to do both and see what happens. Maybe. Okay, so they're fine with physical attacks. Petrify, really? Luckily, we have gold noodles. Razor, what are you? Saber that casts Scourge, if I remember correctly. Scourge is bio, right? It casts a poison. It doesn't really land normally, so. And it's not better than anything else. That's like useless, but hey, whatever. Now we go to... Right. Ida is taking night. Oh! The status effects today, apparently. Protecting that protects against death, but that's not a big enough deal for me to really worry about taking it. And then the healing helmet, again, I've got another free heal spell. Which is nice in a pinch. Oh, remember this guy used to be a boss? He's still easy. So we're going all the way south, but let's check everything else. A cottage, a mystical helm. More gil, more gil. Manticore poison, really? Anita, because of course she's getting screwed over with status effects. I have to kill her. Adamantite. So you might remember there's a dwarf that is looking... Dwarf blacksmith. This is from like the first session we did. That wants adamantite, and he'll be able to craft something nice with it. Well, now we've got it. And it is something nice. So once we're done with this dungeon, we're going to go back and get it. But while we're here, we might as well kick Tiamat's ass, right? White robe and black robe. What do these guys do? White robe casts Invisira. And black robe casts Bizarra. Okay. So free Invisira is nice in the setup, right? Because then now we can get both Viscera and Proteera out at the same time. Free Blizzard is always nice if you want multiple people doing magic damage with the setup we currently have. But yeah. Diamond Shield, the last ribbon. One second, I want to double check if ribbon screws up. Ribbon on. Okay, what looks like we can put the ribbon on. That does decrease his defense, but might be worth it just for the immunity to status effects and elemental resistance, right? In the diamond force. Leveling up some. Okay. That gets all of the treasures on here, so let's just bugger off to the next floor. Okay, so before we go to something, let's talk to the robot. Vampire Lord! Ha 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 ha! From this observation window, you can look out on the entire world. The observation window looks out upon the world. The four forces of fire, earth, water, and the purest mist converging on a single point. A point at the center of the four altars. This must be the location of the Chaos Shrine. And obviously we want to fight chaos to save the world. Ah, that looks familiar. Some of you might remember the location we did our very first dungeon in. I might have even accidentally called it the Chaos Shrine, as opposed to the Temple of Chaos. That is where we're going to fight chaos. Okay, what does the protect cloak do? Large cloak point over armor. Nothing. It's a defense. Only thing. Oh no, poor thing crit. Luckily we have holding. We're going up to this top. Real pitch strike. Let's actually use Sasha. This one. Sasuke's blade from Naruto. A small katana used by ninja. I don't believe anyone can actually even equip this. Because we don't have a ninja. So, that's just a fun little treat. This is obviously not a Naruto reference because Final Fantasy 1 older than Naruto, but it's still funny in my mind. So, down to this is also annoying to do because it sort of just exists for forever. But once you know where you're going, it's not hard to get past. It's just sort of like you can walk in one direction forever because it keeps looping around. I don't know, just a feeling. Okay, we've got all the chests. Quick save. Definitely quick save. So, before I walk across this bridge, I'm going to talk about the rarest spawn in the game. It is only on this bridge. It is called, I believe older translations might have called it Warmac, others call it Death Machine. Warmac's the more cool one, in my opinion. It is the game's super boss. There's no other way around it. You've got a 1/64 chance of it spawning. In practical experience, that can take a couple hours. It is the sole reason why I didn't care about going for 100%. I'm not finding Warmac again. For this, it likes to cast Flare, which wrecks your party's check, right? It's a major heal check. It heals itself for 100 HP every turn, and it has like the second most health out of any boss in the game. Second only to the final boss. My personal pet theory with Warmac is that, and I've seen other people online talk about this isn't new, is that it is like a prototype, if not one, or if not an actual version of Omega. Right, we've seen Omega in other Final Fantasies. It is a recurring super boss. We'll be seeing it later when it's not as annoying to spawn, right? I'd fight it if it was an actual reasonable spawn rate in this game, right? Um, Omega is canonically the same creature in every Final Fantasy. It sends out like versions of itself to different worlds, and they all communicate to one central Omega that lives within the void, right? And so my personal theory is, hey, Wormek is one of those aspects of Omega. It lives on this bridge. We are not going to fight it. It's just not worth the couple hours it will take for it to spawn. If it does randomly spawn, yes, we will try to fight it. We will probably die. That's why I did a quick save. But we're just going straight to the green Pokeball to fight them off. Okay, items used. The Lich Meredith, the Kraken. You have defeated 3 fiends and you reached my lofty perch. All the better. May the image of Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind, be the last to burn in your eyes. Okay, I think this is about 2400 HP. Now we want him to cast Saber on himself. So use him to cast Invisira, Haste, Protector. Let's just try a Scourge while I'm still doing the setup. I don't think it will land, but if it does, that's great. Right. He's the only one without elemental protection, so we're gonna put Narwhal on him. This is not a surprise. Haste. Okay. Attack. 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 Magic. Kiraga. So like, if I didn't have a monk, this buff, this fight would take forever. Because he's dealing twice as much damage as the warrior, right? Yeah, there's Tiamat. done. And that is all 4 crystals complete. So let's warp out, because, like, why would we backtrack when we have a warp? So now what do we do? Well, we saw where the 4 things were converging. But if that wasn't a big enough hint, you can always jump over to Crescent Lake to get told more. So let's just jump over to there and see what the sages say. Power must be... I thought they told you. Oh, so they're talking about how... Okay, let's try this from this part. Those sages are we guided to this end by the stars of prophecy. The 4 forces gather in the Chaos Shrine, the geographic center of the Port Alton, to solve what that was. With the forces again flowing freely, the time to go to the Chaos Shrine and strike at the root of the darkness has come. The 4 crystals shine once again. The combined power of that light is the only means of breaking through the wall of time. The architect of this disaster is beyond that wall 2,000 years in the past. Because Final Fantasy is not content with sending you to a satellite and having robots and stuff. It now needs to also be a time loop. Because why not? You would have no memory of this, but before you wandered into this land, time flowed properly for you. But that flow of time has become warped for you now in this time. The chain of time has become looped back upon itself. You must travel back in time to the link in that chain that gave birth to the cycle of wrath and destroy it. The sequence of disasters that began 400 years ago. It was triggered by events that happened only a scant few days in our past. But whoever set this in motion has now fled 2,000 years into the past. I see time spiraling. Whoever went back 2,000 years ago in the past has brought the world to the brink of destruction. And now 2,000 years later it travels into the past again. A cycle of wrath without end. An ever-repeating 2,000-year cycle, a warped destiny that gives birth and rebirth to wrath. But it's no more than an illusion, a fantasy, and only the warriors of light can break the cycle. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us, warriors of light, only you can do this. Because... maybe not. Okay, cool. So basically there's a time loop. Whatever it's doing is centered at the Chaos Shrine, so go there, go backwards in time, figure out what the fuck's going on, and murderize whoever's doing this. Alright, we can do that. Now we're going back to Mount Marigar, to the dwarf, because we have that adamantite, right? I think it's in this door. Is this adamantite? Good. I'll use this to make you the finest sword you ever wield. Done. In all my years, I've never crafted the final sword. Go on, take her. She's yours. You obtain an Excalibur. This is either the second or the most powerful sword in the game, depending on how you count it. It can only be equipped by a knight. And this is the start of the tradition of the most powerful sword in the game. It is named Excalibur. Okay. Next step is just we're going to spend some money on items. Go up on those real quick. We're going to rest. We have all of the spells, so we don't need to do anything like that. We have all of our I'm not going to actually level up anymore, I think. So at this point, we're going to the Temple of Frost. I'm going to fly because I just don't want to deal with random encounters. So you might remember this place. This is the first dungeon in the game. And you might have remembered seeing 6 out of 13 chests found, but nowhere else that you can get chests. Well, that's because it's also the final dungeon. You have to go back. So, how do we do that? Simple. You might remember the Lucanians talking about 5 warriors turned into bats. Well, here they are. The power the 4 fiends absorbed from the crystals was being fed into the past by the black crystal. The one distorting the beautiful light of the crystals is the one we've been looking for all along. The true root of all evil lies just ahead. Like, I want to talk to all of them, game. The light of the 4 we've been seeking all this time. The light will open the time portal. The portal will transport you 2,000 years into the past to the beginning of the time loop. Game, please, I just want to get the small amount store you have. Shine the light of the 4 crystals on the black crystal in the center of the chamber. Doing so will open a time portal to this shrine as it existed 2,000 years ago. We are Sky People. We came to this shrine in our attempt to locate the source of the world's ruin. That was 400 years ago. The curse of the fiends changed us into these forms and prevented us from speaking. The light of the crystals has enabled us to speak again. We shine our crystals on the black crystal. You focus the light of the 4 shining crystals. Fire, earth, water, and wind on the black crystal. The flow of time surges and space begins to warp. Just one step forward and you will travel back 2,000 years in time. At this point, you are stuck. Well, you are not stuck in that you can step on that and go backwards. But yeah, at this point, there's no way out other than like that portal or the exit spell. There are no doors outside because I don't know, the door was built sometime in the past 2,000 years? It's sort of wibbly. Uh... So you want to take the stairway this way? And then there's so many options here for which way to go. Boop. Yes, I think it's in there. So, Green Dragon. So yeah, at this point, the enemies are going to start hitting fairly hard. Right, this is the final dungeon, right? So, you're just going to have to deal with more annoying random encounters, right? This is also the last chance to level up before the final boss, and you do not want to be underleveled for it. This is an upgraded version of the easy boss. He's undead, so Dio works. He also doesn't fight fire. So he's not that bad. Right, Ether is random encounter. Now the good news is 3 of my characters just can't get poisoned. So. An elixir. Remember the loot we got from Princess Sarah? Saying that to open up a passageway. And that takes us here, and that lets us actually be able to get out. And we're going to the stairs in the top left. And then that is going to make us go kill some purple worms. Across. Oh my god. Thank gods for holding. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of this rigmarole, it is time for the first actual, like, what's we call it? Boss on this floor. Because, of course, it wouldn't be a final dungeon if it didn't have multiple bosses. So each of the 4 fiends, we have to fight again. This is the Earth floor, which means we have to fight Lich as the Fiend of Earth. Again. So we go around to find it. Now, before you're like, well, he was one of the first bosses in the game. How bad can he be? He is all the bosses got a standoff because it wouldn't be fun if they couldn't kick your ass, right? Well, yes, it would be. So yeah, we're gonna be fighting Lich soon. Okay, talk to the yellow Pokeball. You fight Lich. Same deal as any other boss at this point. Protera. Do a couple rounds of setup. I believe he has Flare now. And he also has like 2800 HP. He is undead, so we are going to catch Yaga at him. And, well, once everyone's fully buffed, they're doing a lot of damage. So we go down the floor. Fire, right? There's the red Pokeball. That being said, there are some chests on this floor, so let's go get them. Oh wait, I didn't want to use the Yaga. Oh well. Not gonna do anything because they're intended. Okay, I remember how to get to the chests now. Okay, and then instead of talking to the Pokeball, we're going to go south. We do want these items because they're nice, right? Of course, the chests in the final dungeon have good shit, right? For the most part. Protect Cloak. Protect Cloaks are the only thing that your white and black wizards can equip in the shield slot. So you want to have them. There are two in the game. The other one is currently equipped by my red mage. Elixir, those are going to be nice, you know, because that's a full heal plus full MP restore. Okay, and then on the other side, I can get there with all these random encounters. I need to heal Ida. Well, I need to heal everyone, so let's just go ahead and heal Ida. Okay, protect ring in case I'm worried about death attacks. I'm not, but hey, it's nice of him to give it to you. Then we have a long trek to the next one. Oh my god, stop with the random encounters! You can tell at times this is a game from 1987, and the way you can is because of the stupid random encounter rate. Sasuke's blade again, like we talked about last time, only the ninja can equip it, so it's not really worth it. But, you know, I guess it works. The elixir, though, and the protect cloak are nice. So let's go back up to the Pokeball, where it's time to fight Meredith. Okay, I have one more chest. Okay. Before talking to the Pokeball, we're going to heal up and use my ethers again. Okay, Mirrorless has like 3200 HP, I believe, in this. So, we've got the strategy for bosses, and until it doesn't work, we're going to use it. And here's a hint, it's not going to not work. Items, saber, attack, haste. Thousand HP just gone from the monk. 76, which isn't like super useful, but hey. Damage is damage. There's no reason not to use it. Okay. So we've done earth, we've done fire. Next up is water. Boop. I don't believe there are any chests on here, so it is 100% just run to the boss battle. Oh my god, stop with the random encounters before I lose my shit. Yes, I know I could turn them off, but like, the EXP is nice. I just wish it wasn't so common. Okay. Again, before we talk to the Pokeball. Yo up. And promptly lose all of my healing because of stupid ass random encounter. Okay. Kraken. About 3,600 HP, I believe. Items. Visira. Items. Giant's Plus. Magic. Haste. Magic. Protera. I'm sorry, what? Could be worse. Okay, so he's gonna use Giant's Gloves on himself. Just hit him for now. Full life on Ida. Oh, no, because his floats. There's one. So we're gonna have to recast Visira. Protera because Ida just doesn't have those backups. Those buffs, I mean. Saber. Now the good news is, at this point, we've reset. That was annoying. Heal. So there's Kraken. That got a little scary, but oh well. And that's basically, if and when the final boss kills us, that is our process for resetting. Okay, we have one last chest. Of course, it is in the least convenient spot on this entire floor, but we do sort of want it. So, let's go get it. Raga Magic. Why did I think Ring protected? Ribbon protected me from instant death? Oh well. Well, Ada doesn't get any EXP, but we've got Phoenix down and high potions. Go this way. Run into more mind players. And this time bad things don't happen. Masamune. In later Final Fantasies, this is the best weapon a samurai can equip. But we don't have a samurai class. So, everyone can equip it. So we're putting it on the white mage. Because everyone else has a decent weapon. And like, white mage is not going to be doing a ton of damage, but still 161 out of the healer for physical attack, right, is serviceable. Right. It'll do in a pinch. So now all my classes are viable for melee combat. And all of them can, in theory, cast at least basic spells in a pinch. So that makes this a lot more fun. And by fun, I mean a lot less likely to drive us insane. I'm using potions here because I want to save the high potions if I need them in combat, right? Okay, time to fight Tiamat again. Didn't we just fight you? White Rose, Science Gloves, Haste, Terra, Spoon. About 5,500 HP, I believe. Which, like, again, we can do over 1,000 HP worth of damage now in one attack. So, like, it's a lot, but it's not, like, impossible to deal with a lot. So once we make it to the final boss, we're also going to be buffing for everything. Why? Because I said this has roughly 5500 HP. The boss has more HP, not just more HP than that, that's a given. But like several times more HP. It is insane the difference. And that's not including its ability to heal itself. So there's Tiamat. And here we are, we're in the Chaos Shrine. We're at the heart, and now it's time to fight Chaos itself. Okay, I don't remember what the specific character it has you enter, so... Final prop now. Level 50. This should be enough. Do you remember me? I was once the most... Sorry. I was once the most renowned knight of Cornelia. "2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland. This is the first boss of the game. Is now the last boss." "Oh, you did defeat me then. But the 4 great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the 4 fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the 4 great forces to send me into the past. In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. Let's kill Chaos. But I will be reborn again here. So even as you die, again and again, I shall return. Born again into this endless cycle that I have created. Okay. Well, we know the procedure at this point, right? So this guy had straight up 20,000 HP. I am not joking. He has like 4 times the amount of HP as the next highest level boss. Why? Because fuck you. And that's how much damage he does per turn. So we cast our defensive buffs and our monk is offensively buffed. And our poor white mage, monk's attack, what's my goodness, magic, haste on the warrior, is gonna be reduced to a pure buff. Right? Because his HP damage output is so high that if I don't heal almost every turn, I'm going to lose. to the death yoga. And if I die at this point, we lose all our buffs. So there is an open question of, am I high enough level to easily survive? Right, here's hoping that survives. Barely, but yes. And so at this point, I forgot he has haste for himself. I'm not sure I can counter that either. I thought he had a full heal. Maybe I was misremembering his mechanics. It's nice if he doesn't, don't get me wrong. Fuck, there goes the monk. Reset, hopefully quickly. I need to heal though. Flare, this is bad. Stop picking on Ida! say that's survivable at least. Forgot the Exoterra. It's Terra. Okay. Only 2 deaths. Must be thinking of a different... Maybe it's 2 that has the full field. Not gonna complain though. The time loop was severed at last. The endless struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended and peace prevailed once more. The light of the 4 crystals restored the forces of wind, water, earth, and fire. It was a mere trick of fate that had given rise to the chain of Garland's wrath. But magnified by the 4 forces meant to guide our world, that trick of fate also gave birth to the fiends. Monsters had run rampant as the world sank into darkness. But all that is now past. With the 4 forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and return to the world they knew. A world where Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland himself await. Where was this fateful day that spent time spiraling into a loop? Or one was this fateful day that spent time spiraling into a loop? None can say. It seemed the cycle into which time had fallen would last forever, but the bravery of 4 young travelers changed that. They took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will ever recall the struggle the 4 endured, for the breaking of the chain means that it never existed. But within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on. Tales of dwarves and elves and dragons, and shining civilizations that reached for the heavens even as they fell. now your return is upon us. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they will quietly watch over our world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the true crystals reside in your heart. For you are the warrior who crossed time. You are the bringer of light. Okay, that is Final Fantasy 1. Quick, easy, took what, about 6 hours to beat? 6, 7 hours? Um, so yeah, that was fun. Next week we're going to start Final Fantasy 2. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. It's a fun game. You can tell it's from 1987, but it's still not bad, right? And the credits are going to roll. Um, so yeah, thanks for watching, even though basically nobody actually did watch. And we will be back next week for Final Fantasy II, continuing our journey through the series. Bye!